to die for me.
5 years after Valve's last major game, the legendary developer proves it still knows how to make amazing things. As a Dota 2 themed digital card game, Artifact may not be what people were expecting, but it does something truly different and exciting within the genre. Artifact is still missing long-term hooks like progression, but it's already challenging, detailed, and a whole lot of fun.
I dare you to attack me.
While playing cards and dealing damage might feel familiar to Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering fans, the way Artifact makes you think about those actions is fundamentally different, and that makes it stand out from the crowd. It splits the playfield into 3 lanes, but you only need to win 2. Each player takes single actions back and forth in a lane before combat occurs, then you move down to the next lane and do it again. Sharing a hand between lanes forced me to think hard about every move. Just because a card was effective in one lane doesn't mean it couldn't be even better in another. Each of the 4 colors has its own unique and interesting playstyle. For example, red heroes are usually beefy, green has access to the biggest units, blue has powerful AoE spells, and black has great direct damage spells and can also generate tons of gold to buy items for your 5 respawning heroes mid-match. Picking which lanes to deploy those heroes in is a puzzle in itself, forcing me to consider what color I might need in a lane multiple turns down the line. My most gratifying wins in Artifact were the ones I planned out whole rounds in advance, creating consistently tense matches. On the other hand, Artifact's randomization can occasionally frustrate my carefully thought out plans. I never felt random effects like targeting arrows would undermine a solid strategy, but it also doesn't make cards like Cheating Death, which gives units in a lane a 50% chance to just not die, any less aggravating to play against in the moment, no matter the strength or balance of it. Amidst all the mind games are more tiny details than any one person could ever possibly find. An absurd amount of well-voiced dialogue is hidden behind extremely specific interactions. For example, the Satyr Duelist will say different things depending on which allied green hero you use to play him.
Lycan, with you by my side, there's no enemy I can't fell.
And all of those lines are influenced by the fully voiced lore found in the collection screen. That added flavor makes every card more than paper thin. The music and art in Artifact are also lush, with the score shifting as towers are destroyed or damage is threatened, along with the adorably expressive Deck Imp sidekick each player has. That said, Artifact is still missing a few expected layers outside of its fantastic in-match experience. There's no ranking system, cosmetic customization, or stat tracking at all. I want to keep playing Artifact simply because of how fun it is, but a few weeks after launch, that pull is starting to weaken without the hooks I expect from most modern online competitive games. Valve has been listening to the community though, and is making significant updates. Progression, it says, is at the top of its post-launch to-do list. Artifact has modeled itself after a physical card game when it comes to getting cards. Its $20 cost comes with far more than $20 worth of stuff, so it's less of a price tag and more of a way to warn everybody that this isn't free to play. Though you can win card packs by doing well in competitive gauntlet modes, you'll mostly have to buy cards for $2 per pack or individually on the community marketplace. That could get pricey, but thankfully Valve has included a free version of Artifact's excellent draft mode, which means you don't have to spend any money at all to have unlimited access to a competitive mode where the size of your collection doesn't matter. 2 weeks after launch, the Real Money Marketplace has mellowed out as well, and Artifact's economy is pretty affordable, at least when compared to other trading card games. The marketplace is extremely easy to use, and there are less than 10 cards of the Call to Arms sets 310 that cost more than $2 at the time of this review. More are closer to 5 cents, and that affordability is helped by the fact that you get a guaranteed card of the highest rarity in every pack. While the definition of expensive is extremely subjective, building a good Artifact deck is significantly cheaper than the $200+ decks of competitive Magic, and buying a specific cheap single is far more appealing to me than grinding for gold to buy random packs in Hearthstone. Add in free packs with real monetary value you can get just by doing well in gauntlets, as well as the ability to sell Steam items or trading cards from other games for cash, and Artifact's economy feels more than fair to me. Artifact is a challenging, deep, yet surprisingly approachable card game that breaks many of the conventions I've come to expect from the genre. That mechanical bliss is complemented by countless Easter eggs and compelling lore, but I am starting to miss a more meaningful progression system to keep me engaged long term. Its physical card game model has ended up being one of the most reasonable around, and the completely level playing field of draft mode is so fun, it's worth the price of admission even if you don't want to spend another cent. For more on Artifact, check out our primer on how to play, or our video on 9 things the game doesn't tell you. And for everything else, keep it right here on IGN.